My family disowned me after I refused to fund my father's delusional business idea. They called me selfish after I paid their bills for 7 years, so I canceled every bill at midnight, evicted them from my house, and sued for $340,000. They're broke. I'm thriving. Hey, Reddit. My family tried to bleed me dry for years, so I cut them off completely, took everything back, and watched them crash. But they weren't done fighting. Before we get to that mess, let me start from the beginning. So I'm 32. My name's Jake, and I run an electrical contracting business. Started it when I was 28 after working for other people for years. Made about $180,000 last year, which sounds great until you realize how much of that went to people who weren't me. I'm talking about my family, not Riley, my girlfriend of 2.5 years. She's an ER nurse, actually pays her own bills like a normal person. I'm talking about my parents and my sister. The three people who've been treating me like a personal bank account for the last 7 years. Back when I was 25, I just started making decent money. Saved up about $50,000 because I wanted to buy my own place. Then I got the call. It was like 11 at night. My mom crying so hard I could barely understand her. My dad got laid off from his sales job a year before, and they'd been struggling. Turns out struggling meant they were about to lose the house. Foreclosure notice. $47,000 in back property taxes and penalties. The whole thing. I didn't even think about it. Just drove over there the next day and handled it. Paid the full amount, $48,000. Watched them cry and hug me, and promised they'd pay me back within a year. Put the utilities in my name temporarily because their credit was screwed. Cleared out their credit card debt too, another $19,000, because my mom said she was having panic attacks from the stress. My dad's leased BMW was about to get repoed, so I paid that off too. Another $8,000. They promised to pay me back, kept saying it over and over. We'll get back on our feet and pay you every penny. That was 7 years ago. Haven't seen a dollar. But it didn't stop there. Every month I'm paying their electric, water, internet, car insurance. My mom calls it helping out until they get stable. My dad golfs twice a week, and my mom posts Facebook pictures from spa weekends, but somehow they never have money for the actual bills. I'm spending probably $1,100 a month on their stuff. Add that up over 7 years and it's insane, but I never actually sat down and calculated it because that felt wrong, like keeping score with family or whatever. Then there's Emma, my sister. She's 25 now, and she's the golden child. Always has been. When she wanted to go to some expensive private university for marketing, my parents came to me. They couldn't afford it. Could I help? Just until they got back on their feet? Tuition was $24,000 a year. I paid it. Full amount. 3 years straight. That's $72,000. Emma never said thank you. Not once. She just expected it. Would text me when the payment was due like, hey, tuition's due Friday, and I'd transfer the money. She's posting Instagram stories from Cancun and Coachella, wearing designer stuff, driving a Jeep Wrangler that's on my insurance. And she's telling people she's independent and paying her own way through college. I found out from a mutual friend that she's been saying I'm the one who's broke and struggling, that she's the successful one. I didn't even confront her about it because what's the point? My best friend Devin has been watching this whole thing for years. He works in finance, we've been boys since high school. He keeps telling me I'm getting used, but I always defend them. They're family. That's what you do, right? About 3 months ago, me and Devin started seriously planning to expand my business. Found a commercial property, could hire 5 or 6 more guys, maybe triple our revenue. We need $85,000 total. I've got $60,000 saved. Devin's putting in $25,000. This is everything I've been working toward for 4 years. My actual future. Then my parents invited me over for dinner. Said they wanted to talk about something important. I brought Riley because she likes to think the best of people, always trying to give them another chance. That dinner is when everything changed. When I finally saw them for what they really were. But I'll get to that. The family dinner was on a Wednesday night. We got there around 6:30. Emma was already sitting at the table scrolling through her phone. Didn't even look up when we walked in. My dad was in his usual spot at the head of the table, wearing a polo shirt that probably cost $90 that he definitely couldn't afford. Riley brought wine. My mom took it and said, "Oh, how sweet," in that voice she uses when she's pretending to like something. We got maybe 10 minutes into eating before he started. "So Jake, your mother and I have been talking. I've got a business opportunity. House flipping. Real estate investment. I've been researching it for months and I need about $80,000 to get started." There it was. "You want me to give you $80,000? Invest, not give." You'd be a partner. We'd split the profits 60-40. I shook my head. I can't do that. Me and Devin are about to close on expanding my business. I've got $60,000 saved up for that. My mom's face changed. Got that tight look she gets. Jake, this is your father's dream. He's been out of work for years, and this is his chance to build something real. I'm building something real. My own business. Emma finally looked up from her phone. Yeah, your little electrician thing. Dad's talking about actual real estate. My little electrician thing made $180,000 last year. And you're still driving that dirty truck, Emma said. Maybe if you invested smarter, you'd actually have something to show for it. My dad leaned forward. Jake, be realistic. Your business is fine, but it's limited. Manual labor only scales so far. What I'm talking about is real wealth building. This is how people actually get rich. I'm not interested. After everything we've done for you, my mom's voice went up. After we raised you, put a roof over your head for 18 years? I paid $48,000 to save that roof 7 years ago. I've been paying your bills ever since. It's been 7 years. And whose fault is that? My mom slammed her hand on the table. Your father lost his job. You have a good income, and we're your parents. You're supposed to help family. I'm investing in my own future. So that's it? My mom stood up. You're seriously going to be this selfish? We could have put you in foster care when money got tight after you were born, but we didn't. We kept you. We gave you everything. Riley actually gasped. I felt like I'd been slapped. OMG! You did not. You just say that. I'm just saying you owe this family more than your attitude. Robert is trying to build something real, and you're too focused on your own little projects. Emma added, typical Jake, always about himself. I stood up. Riley stood with me. We're leaving. My dad's voice followed us. You walk out and don't help your family, there's going to be consequences. 2 weeks later, my phone rang. It was the commercial lender for the business expansion. Mr. Bakers, I got a call from someone claiming to be your father. He said you have $150,000 in outstanding family debt and that you're financially irresponsible. My hands went cold. That's not true. I sent over my financials. The loan got approved, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. My own father tried to destroy my business deal. That night, I told Devin everything. He got quiet, then opened his laptop, pulled up a spreadsheet with dates, amounts, descriptions. Every single payment I'd ever mentioned. He'd been documenting it for 3 years. The total at the bottom, $340,000. I knew eventually you'd need proof, he said. Then he showed me Emma's Instagram. Coachella in April, Vegas in June, Tulum in August. Posted 3 times a week from different cities. Devin made calls. His buddy checked the university directory. Emma wasn't enrolled. Hadn't been since March. She dropped out 8 months ago and pocketed the tuition. I called her immediately. When were you planning to tell me you dropped out? Long silence. Who told you that? You've been stealing from me. I didn't steal anything. You gave it to me. Not my fault you're too stupid to check if I'm in class. Hope you die alone. She hung up, blocked me. I called my parents, told them everything. My mom. She's going through a lot. She needs time to figure herself out. You can't abandon her now. She scammed me out of $24,000. My dad. She's your sister. She's sensitive. Sometimes being family means supporting people even when they make mistakes. This wasn't a mistake. This was fraud. How dare you, my mom said. We don't keep score in this family. What kind of person have you become? I've been keeping score. You owe me $340,000. Every dollar for 7 years. And I have it all documented. Silence. My mom started crying. You're going to charge your own parents? We raised you. We gave you life. And I gave you $340,000. I hung up. 10 days of silence. No calls, no texts. I actually felt lighter. Devin texted, how long you think before they crack? Give it a week. It was 10 days. Tuesday night, I was in bed when my phone lit up. Text from my mom. We've all talked and decided you're done being part of this family. Don't show your face at any gatherings. Actions have consequences, and you chose money over family. We disown you. Goodbye. Emma hearted the message. Riley woke up. What's wrong? I showed her. Oh my God! I sat up. Opened my banking app. Remember when you said I should cut them off? Yeah. Watch this. I started with the electric bill. Account in my name for 7 years. Clicked Close Account. Effective immediately. Riley was sitting up now, watching me. Are you really doing this? They disowned me. I'm just making it official. Water, sewer, internet, cable. All canceled. Car insurance next. Removed both their vehicles. Coverage terminated in the morning. Cell phones. Removed all 3 lines. Service stops at midnight. Gas card, Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, gone. Property taxes and HOA dues. Cancel the autopay. Emma's gym membership. Canceled. Riley whispered, "Holy shit." It was 11:58 p.m. I pulled up the county property records. Typed in their address. Owner of record, Jake Bakers. I'd completely forgotten. When I paid the $48,000 to save the house, the bank required the deed be put in my name since I was the one making the payment. My parents said it was temporary, just to satisfy the bank's requirements. We'd transfer it back once they got on their feet. That was 7 years ago. We never transferred it back. It had been in my name this whole time. They'd been living in my house, and they never once brought it up again. Probably hoped I'd forget about it. I took a screenshot of the deed. 11:59 p.m. Opened the family group chat. Typed, "You're right, I'm out. Good luck with the foreclosure. By the way, the house is in my name. You've been living rent-free in my property for 7 years. I'll be sending eviction paperwork Monday. You have 60 days. Waited 5 seconds. Added a second message. Oh, and everything's off. Every bill, every payment, every service. If you're going to kick me out of the family, I'm taking my money with me. Sleep tight." Sent both at exactly midnight. Turned my phone off completely. Rolled over and closed my eyes. Riley was staring at me. "Jake, they said I chose money over family. Just making sure they understand what that means." I fell asleep in about 10 minutes. Slept better than I had in months. Woke up at 7 a.m. Riley was already up, looking at me different. "You gonna turn your phone on?" Powered it up. Took 30 seconds for everything to load. 43 missed calls. 89 text messages. 12 voicemails. The family group chat had over 200 messages. I scrolled through a few. "Mom, what did you do?" "Dad, Jake, answer your phone right now." "Emma, you're insane." "Mom, the power is out." "Dad, this is illegal. You can't just shut everything off." It went on for hours. Last message was from my dad at 6:18 a.m. "We need to talk about this like adults." I screenshotted it. Sent it to Devin. "Done." He replied immediately. "Holy shit, dude. Want to get breakfast?" "Absolutely." We met at a diner near my place. Devin was already there, grinning. "Brother, you actually did it. They kicked me out first. I didn't think you'd go nuclear that fast." Midnight purge. That's cold. "I'm done being nice." Devin opened his laptop right there. Pulled up that spreadsheet. I went back further. Pulled old bank statements, credit card records, Venmo history, every text where they asked for money. He turned the screen toward me. Total, $340,000. How is it that much? Devin scrolled through the tabs. "Dude, it's not just the big stuff. The $48,000 property tax, the $72,000 tuition. Then there's groceries, dental work, Emma's spring break emergency, AC repair, your mom's spa treatments disguised as medical tests, your dad's investment scam, car repairs, their cruise, bedroom furniture, security deposits. Every single birthday, Christmas, emergency that wasn't an emergency." I stared at the screen. 7 years of just this once, and we'll pay you back, and family helps family. All of it documented. All of it adding up to $340,000. I also grabbed screenshots every time they promised to pay you back. He clicked to another tab. Text messages from my dad going back years. "Just one more year. Things are turning around. 4 years ago. You'll get every penny back, I promise. 2 years ago. And here's Emma's Instagram. Every vacation, every club, every designer bag. All time-stamped. I just sat there looking at it all laid out. Why did you do all this? Because you're my best friend and they're parasites. I knew you'd need this eventually." My phone rang. Unknown number. "Mr. Bakers? This is Luna from the electric company. Your parents are here trying to open a new account, but there's an outstanding balance of $347 going to collections. They're saying you'll pay it?" "No, that's their balance now." Hung up. Devin was smiling. "They're at the electric company at 8 a.m. Good luck with that." "So what now?" "Now I call a lawyer." Devin slid a business card across the table. "Monica Adams, family law specialist. I already told her about you. She can see us Thursday." "You already called a lawyer?" "I've been ready for this day for 3 years. I told you." Thursday came. Monica's office was downtown. She was probably mid-40s. Sharp suit, no nonsense immediately. She looked at Devin's documentation for 20 minutes. Didn't say a word. Just read. Cross-referenced dates, checked the math. Finally looked up. "This is the most organized case I've ever seen from someone who's not a lawyer." Devin shrugged. "I work in finance." Monica turned to me. They have zero legal ground. The house is in your name. You've been paying their bills with clear documentation. You have written proof they promised repayment. This is open and shut. What are my options? Full financial reimbursement plus interest. We can pursue charges for forged signatures or fraud if we find any. I'll draft a formal demand letter. They get 30 days to respond with a repayment plan, or we file suit. How much will this cost me? Contingency. I get 25% of whatever we recover. You don't pay unless you win. Why? Monica smiled. Because I hate entitled parents who bleed their kids dry. Let's bury them. Monica's demand letter hit their mailbox on a Tuesday morning. Certified mail, signature required, the whole 9 yards. She also emailed it because, in her words, I want them shitting themselves the second they wake up. The letter was 3 pages. Professional, cold, and absolutely devastating. It opened with RE, demand for repayment of fraudulent financial exploitation, and went downhill from there. 30 days to respond with a payment plan, or we go nuclear. Attached was a 47-page document Devin had been building for 3 years. Every Venmo transfer, every bank statement, every text message where they asked for money. Screenshots of me paying their mortgage directly to the bank. Copies of the tuition payments to Emma's school, including the registrar's confirmation that she'd been unenrolled since January. I didn't hear anything for about 6 hours. Then my phone exploded. Mom left a voicemail. I didn't listen to it, but Riley did. She said Mom was screaming so loud the speaker was distorting, calling me an ungrateful bastard, threatening to expose me for who I really am. Sure, Mom. Expose the guy with receipts. Dad tried the reasonable approach. Texted, Son, we need to talk about this like adults. Your mother's very upset. Let's meet for coffee and work something out. I left him on red. 10 days went by. Radio silence from them, which should have been my first warning sign. They were planning something. Then I got a call from a collections agency. Said I was 3 months behind on a Capital One card with a $12,400 balance. I told the lady she had the wrong number. I don't even have a Capital One card. She read me the account number, the opening date, October 2019, and my social security number. My stomach dropped. I pulled my credit report that night. 2 cards I'd never opened. Capital One for $12,400. Chase for $5,600. Both opened in 2019 and 2020. Both used regularly. Minimum payments made just enough to keep them from defaulting. Total damage, $18,000. Riley was pissed. Jake, this is identity theft. You need to file a police report. Now. I didn't want to. That meant criminal charges against my own mother. But Riley wasn't having it. They already disowned you and tried to ruin your business. What exactly are you protecting here? She was right. I filed the report Wednesday morning. Fraud unit took copies of everything. Opened an investigation. The detective, guy named Morrison, looked like he'd seen too much shit, told me this was the 4th family fraud case he'd worked this month. Parents think they can just use their kids' credit. Happens more than you'd think. 2 days later, Morrison went to their house. Mom called me at 11 p.m., absolutely losing her mind, screaming about how I was sending police to harass an innocent woman, and how could I do this to the people who raised me? I hung up after 5 seconds. Saturday afternoon, Devin texted me, Dude, you need to see something. He swung by, picked me up, and drove to my parents' house. We parked down the street. He pointed to the side of the house. There was a separate entrance I'd never noticed before. Basement door with its own little walkway. There's a tenant, Devin said. We knocked. This older lady answered. Mrs. Hill, maybe 60, seemed nice. Devin asked if she was renting, and she said, yeah, been there 3.5 years, pays $1,100 a month to Robert directly. I did the math in my head. 3.5 years, $1,100 a month. That's $46,200. My house, my name on the deed, and they'd been collecting rent the entire time. Mrs. Hill saw my face and asked if something was wrong. I told her the truth. The house was in my name, I was the legal owner, and I had no idea she existed. She went pale. I gave her 60 days' notice and refunded her deposit out of my own pocket. She wasn't part of this. Monica added theft of rental income to the lawsuit that Monday. 15 days left on the deadline, and they still hadn't responded. But I knew they would. People like my parents don't go down quiet. Day 20 after the demand letter. Email from my mom. I'm dying. Stage 3 breast cancer, needed $15,000 for treatment. Attachment included. Medical document from regional hospital. I forwarded it to Riley. She called 2 minutes later. This is fake, made in Microsoft Word. I called the hospital billing department. I need to verify a bill for my mother, Patricia Bakers. Lady typed for a minute. I'm not showing any patient by that name. No appointments, no visits, nothing. Hung up. Forwarded everything to Monica. Add attempted fraud. She replied in 5 minutes. Already sent to the detective. I texted my mom. Called the hospital. They have no record of you. How dare you question me when I'm dying? Riley's a nurse. She says the document is fake. Your girlfriend is a betch who's turned you against your family. Blocked her number. 3 days later, Emma posted on Instagram. Photo of her hand with a ring. He put a ring on it. Some dude named Tyler. Looked about 24. I didn't comment. 2 days after that, my dad texted from his work phone. Can we please meet? One dinner. Just to talk. No ambush. I promise. Riley saw it. Don't go. I want to hear what they've come up with. Then I'm coming. Devin, too. Wednesday night, 7 p.m., Olive Garden. Me and Devin walked in. My dad was at a table with my mom, Emma, Tyler the fiancé, Aunt Lisa, and Uncle Mike. I stopped. You said no ambush. It's just family. Please. 10 minutes. We sat. Didn't take our jackets off. Dad started. Emma's getting married. We wanted to talk about helping with the wedding. No. Emma started crying. Fake tears. Mom reached across the table. She's your sister. This is the biggest day of her life. She told me to die alone. I'm good. Tyler looked confused. Wait, what? I pulled out my phone. Showed him the text. Emma, I hope you die alone. Dad tried to redirect. We've already put deposits down. We need about $30,000. I laughed. You put deposits down with what money? You can't pay your electric bill. Devin spoke up. Your dad was denied by 5 banks. Let me guess, I said. You put my name on the contracts. Silence. You forged my signature as the financial guarantor. Dad finally spoke. We were going to ask you, but we knew you'd say no. I stood up. Tyler. They're $340,000 in debt to me. Active lawsuit, criminal fraud charges, about to lose their house. Get out while you can. Showed him Monica's lawsuit summary on my phone. Tyler went pale. Looked at Emma. You told me your brother was rich and helping with the wedding? Emma was crying. He is rich. He's just selfish. You said he was paying for everything. He is. He just doesn't know it yet. Tyler stood up, took the ring off, put it on the table. We're done. Walked out. Emma screamed. Look what you did. You planned a wedding on my credit. Devin added, if Jake's name is on those contracts and he didn't sign, that's more fraud charges. We left. Behind us, Emma was sobbing. Got to the parking lot. Devin was grinning. That was beautiful. 5 days later, my boss called me into his office. He looked serious. HR got a call. Someone said you embezzled $100,000 from your family. That you're under criminal investigation. My stomach dropped. I know it's not true because I called Monica Chen myself. She explained everything. Your mom tried to get you fired. He handed me a letter. Our lawyer wrote this supporting your case. And if they call again, we're filing harassment charges. Thanks, Mike. Nobody messes with my guys. That day, the 30-day deadline passed. No response from my parents. Monica called. Time to file. Civil suit for $340,000 plus $46,200 rental theft plus legal fees. Criminal complaints for identity theft, fake cancer documents, forged contracts. Eviction notice, 60 days. 2 hours later, my mom posted on Facebook. Public. My son is suing me and his father. After everything we sacrificed, he's trying to take our home. All because we asked him to help his sister. Please share this. I raised a monster. Tagged me. Shared it 5 times. My friend screenshotted it, sent it to me. Devin went into the comments with receipts. Posted the lawsuit PDF. Listed every dollar, every fraud charge. Jake paid $340,000 over 7 years. Saved your house. Paid Emma's tuition while she partied. You opened credit cards in his name. Collected $46,200 rent from his property. Faked cancer. Everything is documented. But yeah, he's the monster. The post went viral. 200 plus comments in 2 hours. Half calling my mom out. She deleted it. But screenshots live forever. After my mom's Facebook post blew up, family members started picking sides. My grandpa called me the next day. My mom's dad. He's 74, retired postal worker, doesn't mess around. Jake, send me everything, the full case file. Why? Because I want to see it with my own eyes. I sent him the PDF Monica had prepared. 30 pages. Every receipt, every text, every broken promise. He called back 3 hours later. I'm testifying on your behalf if this goes to trial. And I'm cutting your mother out of my will. She lied to me too. Borrowed $15,000 3 years ago, said it was for medical bills. Just found out from your lawsuit she used it for a kitchen remodel. That hit me harder than I expected. You don't have to do that. Yes, I do. You're the first person who stood up to her. I should have done it years ago. My cousin Jess reached out too. Then my uncle Mark, both saying they always knew something was off. They just didn't know how bad it was. Aunt Lisa stayed quiet, the only one still on my parents' side. 5 weeks into the lawsuit, Monica called. Discovery turned up something big. You need to come to my office. Got there in 20 minutes. She had bank statements spread across her desk. Your dad's been making monthly payments of $850 to an address in Arizona for 11 years. I had an investigator look into it. She slid a file across the desk. Photos of a woman, 2 kids, teenagers. Her name's Stephanie. Those are her kids. Ages 14 and 12. Your dad has a second family. I couldn't speak. That's why they've been broke. He's been funding 2 households. With your money. Does my mom know? Based on her deposition answers, no. She has no idea. Monica had to include it in discovery. Legal requirement. My mom's lawyer got the documents. She found out during her deposition. The scream was apparently heard through the entire courthouse. She tried to call me that night. Still blocked. Sent an email instead. I didn't know. We're both victims. Please help me. We can sue him together. I forwarded it to Monica. Didn't respond. My mom filed for emergency divorce 2 days later. Wanted me to testify against my dad. She also fired her lawyer after finding out about the second family. Probably couldn't afford to keep paying them anyway. By the time trial rolled around, both my parents showed up with whatever public defender they could scrape together. That's what happens when you burn through money you don't have. Monica shut that down immediately. This isn't your fight. I texted my mom one time. You stole from me, faked cancer, and destroyed my credit. You're not a victim. You're both cons. Emma's life fell apart. Tyler never came back. She deleted her Instagram posts, got evicted with my parents, moved in with some ex-boyfriend, got a job at TJ Maxx. 8 months after filing, the case went to trial. Monica fast-tracked it since we had everything documented and they had literally no defense. Judge Kim cleared space on her docket for it. I had Monica and 2 associates. Judge Patricia Kim, mid-50s, no nonsense from the first minute. Monica presented everything. Every bank statement, every Venmo receipt, every text message promising repayment, every forged signature, the fake cancer document, the rental income theft from Mrs. Hill, the identity theft with the credit cards. Took 3 hours to go through it all. The parents' lawyer had nothing. Literally just sat there taking notes. My dad took the stand first. His entire defense, we raised him. He owes us for 18 years. Monica crossed. Did you ever sign a document agreeing to repay the $48,000? It was a family thing. But you didn't. In 7 years. Monica pulled out the Arizona bank transfers. Like the $850 a month you were sending to your second family? The courtroom went silent. It's financial fraud. Your son was paying your bills while you funded a secret household. He had no answer. My mom took the stand next. Started crying immediately. I gave birth to him. He wouldn't exist without me. He's supposed to take care of me. Monica didn't even pause. Did you open credit cards in your son's name without permission? I was going to pay them back. That's identity theft. Did you create a fake cancer diagnosis to extract $15,000? I was desperate. He cut us off. So you committed fraud. He's my son. Monica held up the fake hospital document. Is he also supposed to let you steal from him? My mom broke down completely. We gave him everything. You gave him childhood. That doesn't entitle you to his adult income. Then I took the stand. Stayed calm the whole time. Walked through every payment, every broken promise. Showed the texts, the emails, the records. Judge Kim asked me directly, why did you keep paying for so long? Because they're my family. I thought that meant something. And when did you realize it didn't? When they kicked me out of the family for not being a good enough ATM. The judge took a 20-minute recess. Came back with her ruling. Full restitution, $340,000. Rental income, $46,200. Legal fees, $28,000. Interest and penalties, $37,800. Total, $452,000 payment plan, $4,200 per month for 108 months. 9 years. Wage garnishment authorized if they missed payments. Property officially transferred to me with a court order. Restraining order. No contact with me or Riley. Criminal sentences came next. My mom got 2 years probation and a $5,000 fine for identity theft and fraud. My dad got 1 year probation and $2,500 for forgery. Judge Kim's final words. In 18 years on this bench, I have never seen such blatant financial exploitation of a family member. You used your son as a bank and discarded him when he set boundaries. This court finds your actions reprehensible. Mr. Bakers, you are not obligated to fund your parents' lifestyle. This judgment is final. Gavel down. My parents sat there like they'd been hit by a truck. Monica leaned over. We won everything. I just nodded. Didn't feel happy or sad. Just done. Outside the courthouse, my mom tried to approach me. 2 bailiffs stopped her because of the restraining order. She shouted from 30 feet away, I hope you're happy! You destroyed your family! I looked at her one time. No, you did that yourself. Got in my truck with Riley and Devin. Drove away. Never looked back. The house sold for $410,000. Market had gone up. I put most of it into expanding the business with Devin. We landed a major commercial contract 2 months after the trial. First year revenue hit $890,000. Second year we cleared $1.4 million. Hired 12 guys. Opened a second location. Devin handled finances, I ran operations. My parents made the first 3 court-ordered payments. Then missed one. Wage garnishment kicked in automatically. $4,200 straight from their paychecks every month. 6 months after the trial, I proposed to Riley. Nothing fancy. She said yes before I finished asking. We got married in May. Small wedding, 50 people. Only blood family was Grandpa. He walked Riley down the aisle since her dad passed. Cried the whole time. Devin was best man. Made jokes about how I finally cut off the dead weight and found someone who actually loved me instead of my bank account. Honeymoon in New Zealand. 2 weeks. Paid cash for everything. Riley got pregnant 6 weeks after the wedding. We didn't announce it publicly. Just told close friends and Grandpa. The family found out anyway. Through mutual connections, probably. My mom sent a card. Riley threw it away. Aunt Lisa texted. I blocked her. My son was born on a Tuesday in March, 9 months later. 7 pounds, 6 ounces. Healthy. Perfect. We named him Devin Jr., after my real brother. Devin ugly cried when we told him. Held the baby like he was made of glass. Grandpa visited at the hospital. He's 77 now. Held Devin Jr. and cried. Your parents are idiots. They missed out on the best thing in the world. Their choice. We brought the baby home to our new house. Bought it cash 6 months before. $520,000. 4 bedrooms, big yard, good schools. No mortgage. No debt. Just ours. 1 year after the trial, I posted one photo on Instagram. First post in months. Me, Riley, and Devin Jr. in front of the house. Caption. Built from the ground up. No handouts. No regrets. Devin commented, that's my guy. Riley commented, so proud of the life we built. My parents saw it through mutual friends. They couldn't comment. Blocked. They couldn't message. Blocked. They could only look. Emma tried reaching out twice over the next year. Instagram DMs from new accounts. First time, I know things are bad, but I miss you. Can we talk? Blocked. Second time, 6 months later. I'm sorry for everything. I'd really like to meet my nephew. Blocked. She never tried again. 5 years after the trial, life looks completely different. Business is worth $3.2 million. 18 employees. Looking at a third location. Maybe franchise it. Riley's pregnant again. A girl. Due in August. Devin Jr. is 2.5. Talks nonstop. Loves trucks and dinosaurs. Has no idea what I went through to give him this life. That's exactly how I want it. My parents are both in their early 60s. Still working. Still paying. Moved to a smaller apartment last year. Dad's health isn't great. High blood pressure, stress. They'd be paying for 9 years. 4 years left now. Mom's Facebook is mostly quiet now. Emma's still working retail. Lives with a different boyfriend. No degree, no prospects. None of them have met my son. None of them will meet my daughter. Last week I was tucking Devin Jr. into bed. He looked up at me. Daddy, do you have a mommy and daddy? I thought about lying, but I told him the truth. I used to, but they weren't very nice people. Where are they? Far away. And they're staying there. He thought about it. Okay. Love you, Daddy. Love you too, buddy. Closed his door, walked downstairs. Riley was on the couch, hand on her belly. 7 months along. Glowing. She looked up. You good? I sat next to her. Put my hand on her stomach. Felt the baby kick. Yeah, I'm perfect. And I meant it. People ask sometimes if I regret it. Cutting them off, taking them to court, all of it. Number. Not even a little bit. Blood doesn't mean family. Real family is the people who show up. Devin, Riley, Grandpa, my kids. The people who raised me? Just parasites with the same last name. I sleep great now. My money is mine. My house is mine. My peace is mine. No guilt, no regret, no looking back. They said I chose money over family. They were wrong. I chose myself over people destroying me. Best decision I ever made. Devin texted yesterday. Your dad's garnishment hit again. $4,200. 4 years left. I didn't reply. Just left him on red. That part of my life is over. I've got a business to run, a wife to love, and kids to raise. They can keep paying. I've already moved on. YouTube just dropped this new hype feature. If you're hooked on this story, smash that hype button. It tells YouTube this video deserves to blow up, and it keeps even crazier stories coming your way.